Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 24 of Crusader Kings 3. At the end of the last video I was saying that we need to declare war against Powys once the truce expires, and then I realised I don't actually have any CBs against her. So there are 3 counties that we can take. 2 of them are in Wales, 1 is over here in Ireland, and I'm actually thinking I want to try and take the one in Ireland. Main reason for that is this one is out here and it's right next to Alba. If I ignore that one and go for the ones here in Wales, then it's going to be at least another 5 years probably before I can try and take that one again, in which time Alba could take it, or this guy over here could take it, which will make them stronger, and it'll also make it a lot more difficult for me to take back. So while leaving these ones will have some border gore a little longer, I think grabbing this one is probably best to get it sooner rather than later. This one down here in the middle of Wales, this is perfectly fine because I'm the only person that borders it, so nobody else should be able to get a claim on that. This one here can technically be grabbed because it does border Alba via the Irish Sea, but I don't think he's going to get a claim on that. Now, even if I could take every single province in Ireland, it still wouldn't be enough land to be able to create the empire. So we are going to have to go to war with Alba sooner or later anyway. So I also don't want to end up getting into pointless wars with these 2 guys over a tiny little bit of territory, only to have Alba take advantage of that and come stomp on my face. So I'm going to try and just go directly for Alba, which means I need to find a way to weaken him or strengthen myself up. I also need to make sure I save up enough money so that when we do get to form the empire, I've got the money to do that. And we might need some mercenaries as well. So the next few videos probably be a little bit of housekeeping with some minor wars, unless we get declared on or get pulled into some random stuff that we're not expecting. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my chaplain and get him to start fabricating on that province over there. Yes, he is doing that. Wonderful. The second thing that I'm going to do, I was actually looking through my advisors. I don't really have any upgrades. There is a slight upgrade for my Spy Master, and I could appoint the Duchess of Wessex. Now, obviously she was part of a faction against me. She's got -43 opinion of me, but she's getting -50 because she wants the Lordship of Somerset and the Lordship of Gloucestershire, neither which I intend to give her. Is Gloucestershire actually part of... where are we? Duchy titles. Do I hold Gloucester then? No, I don't. Oh, but he's my vassal. He's my vassal, but he should be her vassal, technically. That is true. Okay, well let's try this then. So she cannot join a faction against me for another... Where are you? She can't join a faction. She's there. So she can't join a faction against me for another 5 years at least. But she's got -43 opinion, and being such a powerful vassal, I mean, she controls like most of... You know, she's my single biggest vassal. That is all of her land here. She controls all of this, although she has lost a bit actually. She did have this bit before, and yeah, she's got that, but she is still by far my most powerful vassal. So what I want to do there is who controls this? Who is the... Yeah, this is just... Oh, Somerset, right. So this is a single duchy. Do I really want to give her that duchy and have her become more powerful? Is that a duchy, or is it just part of Huis, isn't it? Oh, part of Wessex and part of Huis. Do you know what? I'm just going to give them both to her. Let's try and keep her happy. It's not like it's a direct holding of mine. They're only vassals. So I'm going to go and... do I need to speak to her directly? She's only better by 1 in terms of her intrigue. She's 14 instead of 13, but my current Spy Master's not been great, and he's just a knight. He's not really a noble, so she is a powerful vassal. So it is worth trying to keep her happy if we can. So to that end, let's go and grant her a vassal, and I want to hand over Yeah, it's you, isn't it? Also, he controls this bit as well, but yeah. I do run the risk of making her too strong by doing this. But that should... See, she's instantly on plus 38. So if I now go and put her on the council as well... Because obviously it's not great having someone that doesn't like you as your spy master. But if I go ahead and put her in as spy master... her opinion is now plus 88, so that means she'll probably serve us a little bit better here. If we go back to the realms mode, so yeah, she does now control all of this, including that, which is a bit annoying, because this was all controlled by the same guy. So I do need to try and maybe get that back. I'm not sure if I can ask for that specific one back. What de jure duchy is that part? So that's just part of Wales. It's actually part of Powys. So if I grab the Duchy of Powys... I don't know, things will work out, probably. Maybe not. So I could probably... I don't think I can just straight up ask for anything back, can I? I can't revoke titles, but... Sometimes, very rarely, they do just straight up give you stuff back, but it's very unlikely. Let's just have a quick look now. So she doesn't like us because... Are we arrogant or is she arrogant? She's arrogant, so she doesn't like us because she's arrogant. We've got -5 because we've still got a short reign. But yeah, everything else really helps out there. So that's okay. I'm all right with that. So let's now unpause. I know that was quite a lot of just messing around with stuff. We can lawfully imprison. Yeah, it's our mother we can lawfully imprison. I don't know why we'd want to do that, so we'll leave it. We can assign a guardian for our son. Now, let's have a quick look at you, actually. You are martial focused, and we're martial focused, so I think it makes sense for us to be your guardian. We'll probably end up getting a bit of stress doing this, but that said, we do seem to get invited to quite a lot of feasts, so we might be able to solve things with that. Empty accusations. My spy master had the priest brought forth for the revelation and judgment of a grand conspiracy. However, when the priest refused to confess, Duchess... I could never pronounce her name. Mexlid had absolutely no evidence or support for her accusations. Please stop embarrassing me. The priest must be guilty of something. So I can either lose 100 piety, or I can lose 250 piety and gain 24 dread. What am I going to use that piety for? I'm not really attacking people who are of a different religion at the moment. I could save it up to get gold from the head of the clergy. Am I still getting that dread? I'm ambitious. I'm forgiving and trusting. That doesn't make my dread drop. That doesn't make my dread drop. And that doesn't make my dread drop. So I don't have the thing that makes my dread go down. Which is nice. What is my natural dread? It's currently 15. Sure, let's do it. Let's get the dread. Because the dread actually helps when you're threatening people. And it also helps with control in other counties. We've got a lifestyle perk as well out of that. So we can go hard rule, which will give us another 20% dread. Siege progress against revolts. And the military power threshold for vassals goes up. Or we can get controlled territory, defender advantage +5. Extra fort level. Reduced army gold maintenance, friendly territory levy reinforcement, or we carry on down here. Cheaper mercenary hires by 30%. Yeah, I think we might just carry on going down the right-hand side for now. So let's do that. So that'll give us even more dread. So that now puts us up to 38 dread. And 100's the cap. Obviously there is a little bit that might sort of fade away there, but that's alright. Yeah, there are a few wars. We can actually declare war against Sweden. There's Hamlet's finished in Derby. Finished control in Cumberland. So, can we... That's the wrong button. Can we get you getting control somewhere else? Yeah, that needs doing. That's going to take you 6 years. So we really want to try and boost this control up where we can. Gain some money. We've still got our Holy Order. So, but obviously we can only use those in religious wars. I'm not sure whether we'll get called into another crusade. I mean, that is something that might happen. We're almost halfway through getting this fabrication here. Possible side effects. Claim on duchy is a possibility. We're not bothered about vassal opinion. Well, yeah, we don't really want vassal opinion loss. Our Archbishop's only 11. He's not great, but then you can't really replace them. That's the problem. So yeah, his skill is a little bit terrible, and because you can't pick them, that's the issue there. Such a shame. People gaining opinion of us, though, which is good. People hiring our Holy Order. Is there anything here we could do in terms of upgrade? Again, like I said, I don't really want to spend too much money, but at the same time, I want to make sure everything stays relatively upgraded if we can. That's garrison. This would give us some more levies. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. And I think we can do one in Derby as well. Actually, Derby's got another building slot. Let's actually just get military camps here and straight up try and get some extra manpower. Because if we need to go up against Alba, we need to make sure that we've got a decent amount of men. What have we got going on here? Someone's converted from Anglo-Saxon to Cornish. Oh, that's fine, I guess. So this is my son, so this will be a guardianship test. Took him out playing with a bow. He ran into a wounded doe, lashed out at me thinking I'd staged the whole encounter as some kind of test. So he's currently paranoid, which we don't want him to have. So he can be ambitious or sadistic. I'd sooner him be ambitious. Again, a little bit dangerous for the second son. Because if you end up not playing as him and he becomes a pretender, the fact that he's ambitious means he's more likely to try and seize the throne. But that's fine. A curse undone. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows that I cursed the day I met Werberg. Today, however, the curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that loathsome witch to her grave. So this was a rival. Didn't even remember having one, to be honest. So that 38 stress that we've got, we instantly lose 35 of that. So that was fortuitous. So now our second son, who actually I think has better stats than our first son, because you're like an 8, 7, 11. Looks like he's getting a bit better. But this one, again, we could end up playing a martial ruler, a stewardship ruler going up against a martial pretender, which could potentially be problematic for me. But I don't think it will. We'll see how it goes. I'll still have the kingdom title, so we should be fine there. Culture has discovered plenary assemblies. Okay, what exactly does that do for me? Let's have a quick look at the tech. We haven't looked at anything down here for a while. Mustering grounds is still being worked on. This will actually allow me to have more men at arms, which will be really worthwhile if I'm going to go up against Alba. I mean, barracks won't be too bad either, but the amount of time it takes to gain anything here, the progress that we're getting, this still looks like it's going to take another 5 years, which is a bit of a pain. We do have this, though. So we can build fortified tribal holds and can enact limited crown authority. Interesting. So what's this going to give us? So we're currently autonomous vassals. Autonomous vassals provide levies and taxes, but otherwise they're free to do as they wish. If we go to limited crown authority, rulers can change between partition succession laws. Titles can be revoked. Vassals can be retracted. Clan government vassals will provide at least 5% levies and 2% income. It will cost us some prestige, but let's go and pass that law. This will be good for us. This will mean that we'll be able to start revoking titles from people. And I'll be able to get rid of Exeter. Oh, there we go. There's already a faction created against us. What a surprise. Greetings. Oh, okay. So now we've got the... what's that? Yeah, now we've got the claim over here. So we'll go and deal with that. Let's have a quick look at that faction. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. We also... So now I can revoke vassals. or revoke titles. What else is in here that I could have? Herefordshire. It's difficult to see which ones are which. Worcester. Shropshire. So let's go for Worcester. Duke Ulf. This actually belongs to my my chancellor. But I'd very much like it. Just trying to switch between these to see what we've got. So I hold that one. I hold that one. That's outside of Mercia. Yeah, so Ulf holds all of the ones that I don't. But yeah, I could revoke title. But then that's tyranny unless I've got a reason for doing it. So yeah, we'll leave it for now. It does mean that it's an option later. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and declare this war. Is the truce over? It should be. I don't think we've got any other. Yeah, it's literally just that one. She does have. She's vastly inferior in terms of troop numbers. So let's go ahead and briefly move our rally point over here. She'll probably have some pop up here as well. So let's go ahead and set another rally point in England. I doubt there'll be that many over here. And let's go ahead and declare that war. Cost us a tiny little bit of piety, not a problem. So we'll raise these armies up. This is only a tiny army, but I don't think she's got any manpower over this side, so we'll go straight in there. And then with the rest, we'll just go and march straight up onto the... In fact, this army can go and march into here. You're actually going to try and siege me out there, are you? Well, it's a valiant effort, I'll give you that. We'll probably catch you. Didn't really look to see which army was which in terms of composition. That's her army completely white. Let's get you over there. That's not the siege. Which is a very small army, isn't it? But that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's enough. It's enough to get the siege done. And this is all that is important. So we're already at 35% on the war score here. Household savings. Nice. Ended our sway scheme. That's fine. Is that because I just... Oh, we swayed him up to 100. I thought I'd accidentally cancelled it or something there. So there's another prisoner. We took some gold as well. Quite expensive having all these armies raised, so we don't want that to happen for long. Oh, they've got... we're at war with this random little bit of... Interesting. You are still Alba, are you not? Or are you now separate? Are you separate from Alba? No, you can't be. I'm going to check that in a second, because that just looks weird. And there's the 100. So we'll go and enforce our demands, and there we go. We are over the domain limit again, which we knew would be the case. So bit of housekeeping here. Disband the armies. And then we just tidy up those rally points. We'll delete that one. And this one we will move it back over here somewhere. Right. So back over in hold. I don't want this one. I honestly do not. So I don't want to give it to this guy because he doesn't particularly like me. So we'll go and grant it to a random, like, lowborn or somebody. I think everybody here is Anglo-Saxon anyway. Well, there's someone Irish here. You already own somewhere. Let's give it to you, I think. That's fine. So we've gained that, yeah. So that is still just part of Alba. I thought for a moment that they'd had some sort of rebellion and somebody had split free. Our friend has died and we've gained stress. Well, that's harsh. I also need to try and grab the rest of this land now. So what we probably want to do is fabricate another claim over here. Now, also, before we do that, is it worth checking? Is there anywhere that needs their faith converting? I think everywhere is Catholic, really. So there's probably not a lot of point in doing that. So we'll just go ahead and fabricate that next claim and see if we can get it over here. Okay, good enough. Won a war. Powerful vassals. Prisoners can be ransomed. We've got 4 prisoners we can ransom, so let's have a look at that. 50 gold, thank you very much. Another 50 gold. And 10 gold there. Okay, 110 gold so far in prisoner ransoms. Take that. And another 10, okay. Nice. Ransom accepted. Right, our council has died. Right, so that was the actual Duchess down here. Now, this looks like this is now split up, you see. This is what I was hoping. Now that she has passed, this is now that is some border gore right there. Wessex is very, very messy. You're in prison for some reason. Not sure why. Yeah, so everything here is just a complete and utter mess. Why are you in prison? We've got him imprisoned. Can we revoke your title then? The Duchy of Wessex is an act of tyranny. I think everything would be an act of tyranny. Yeah, I'm not sure why I've got him imprisoned. Let's ransom him out for 100 gold. Always good to have money. We're over 1,000 gold now. But now we do have an empty councillor position. So we need a new spy master. Now we've just let you out of prison. You don't like me, but that's mostly because you want a seat on the council. Now I did fabricate a claim against you. You are the highest intrigue skill. Let's put you on the council. And I think you can just go to disrupting schemes. And then I'll go and attempt a sway scheme on him as well. Just try and get his opinion up a little bit more. Most people on the council reasonably like us. But this is good. That's actually split a rather large... duchy up into several smaller ones. There's a feast. Excellent. Get rid of some of that stress. Now then, I've just noticed here, I'm going to pause up before it goes on to the next thing. So there's a couple of little flags here, which are direct vassals that probably should be part of... So, you are my direct vassal. You are in the Petty Kingdom of Mercia. Now that makes sense because I own the Duchy of Mercia. This one here is part of... No, you're part of the Petty Kingdom of Mercia as well. That's okay then. And I own Northumbria. That's fine. Just checking to make sure I don't have any... Oh, I do own both of these ones, but that's because I haven't created the duchy yet. I'll create this duchy as soon as I can get rid of Exeter. But I don't want to do that and drop below my domain limit. But I could go ahead and do that. Is Exeter making me anything right now? Not much. But I think that's fine. Our alliance has expired with Asturus, which isn't good for us because it means we currently don't have any alliances. Why is Francia so weak? Who's strong right now? Is Asturus still strong? You've got like 5,000. Can we get a... Yeah, we don't even have an option here. You've got no children. Interesting. Okay. Can't get an alliance with you. Right, we're really going to have to look at alliances, otherwise we might find ourselves in trouble against Alba. But that is something for another video. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 3. I will see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.